So one area of market discovery that's very important is the concept of surveying. Sending a survey to your list, getting in front of either your prospects or your customers, but surveying, asking them different questions. It's important that you survey your opt-in list about every 90 days or so to find out three very important things. One, who they are and their demographics. Now, you're going to know some of this in the beginning, but the more that you survey and talk to your people, your lists, your prospects, you're going to find out more about them, where they're from, what their ages are, kind of their income or their topics of interest. Now, obviously you don't always want to ask income and sensitive things like that necessarily, but the more you can ask them about themselves, you can really hone in on their demographics. Now, why is this important? Well, we've talked over and over about macro targeting and micro targeting, and our goal is we really want to hone in on the micro targeting elements of our business, really finding the most detailed parts of our target market so we can kind of create our content as well as our ads around it, which will increase all of our results because it gets higher conversions and it hits on that engagement and relevance of the top social media sites and these other ad platforms. So you're going to find out more about who they are when you survey. The second thing is you'll find out what problems they currently have. Markets change, needs change, solutions change. So by keeping on top of what problems they have, you can end up figuring out what solutions to give them, either in content or with products. And the third thing is what solutions they're looking to buy. So if a problem is big enough, or it's important enough, or it just bothers them enough, they'll pay good money to solve that problem. And typically they'll do it with a solution that you will sell them. So it's very easy to set up a survey and you send it out to your list and you say, hey, take a few minutes to answer these questions. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can simply ask people to answer the survey for you to help you out, and many people will do it. Or you can provide an incentive if people fill it out. You can offer like a free report or some kind of free giveaway if they will go ahead and fill the survey out. That will really increase the response. It'll increase the number of people that fill out the survey. Or you can offer prizes, that you'll do like on a random draw for people that fill out the survey. That's what a lot of companies do. You've probably seen that before. But you don't always have to give away something. You can just ask people to help you, ask them to complete a survey, and most people will. But when you send the survey, you basically want to ask them different questions. Hey, what are your current needs? And you kind of want to give detailed questions that you come up with. And you'll come up with these questions based on the work that you've done in market discovery. You'll get a basic understanding of what's going on in the market, and then you'll ask their opinion. Hey, how important is it that when you go camping that you have some kind of hunting gear with you to hunt or to kill something, for example? These are just really crazy off-the-wall examples, but they may say it's very important that I have something with me, whether that's a bow or a gun or even a fishing rod. Or they may say, oh, that doesn't matter at all. I'm more interested in just hiking and hanging out in the outdoors rather than actually providing and getting food for myself from the outdoors. So you can ask them these different questions about what their needs are and what their solutions that maybe that they're looking for. And then you can fill those gaps with not only your marketing, with content, but also potentially with products. And you can be really, kind of blatant about it. You can ask them, hey, if I were to create a course on, how to have more fun camping, and if it covered the A to Z of everything you need to know about surviving, from starting a fire to, purifying water, yada, yada, yada. What would that be worth? What would you be willing to pay for such a detailed video course teaching all those things? And then you can give them options. $50, $100, $200, $500, so on and so forth. So don't be afraid to ask your list different questions like what would they be willing to pay for something. This is a great way to find out a basic range of prices that your market would be willing to buy things from you. Now, there's no better data, of course, when it comes to purchasing data than actually, buyers buying. And that's the best vote for what they're willing to pay for something, because just because survey results show, oh, hey, we'll pay $1,000 for something, doesn't necessarily mean that they actually will. So you got to kind of take the pricing type stuff with a grain of salt. However, surveying is very important, and if you do it every 90 days or so, you can really find out some new information about your market and about your prospects that you didn't know before, and it will really help you in your marketing. But there's another reason to do surveying. If you do surveying right, it really sets you up for you releasing new products to them. So if you have a product in mind that you're coming out with for your market, and you run a survey before you start marketing that product to them, asking them if they would be interested in such a product, you really start kind of conditioning them to be ready to buy it. It's basically called a pre-sell. So you start pre-selling this thing that you're coming out with. So for example, let's say you do some kind of, I don't know, coaching services where you're doing life coaching and you've basically been covering productivity. And now let's say you're going to get into wellness and health and maybe dieting. Again, these are just, off the wall examples, but this is so you'll understand. So let's say you've been selling, helping people kind of improve their productivity and getting things done. And you're thinking about adding another kind of division or category to what you offer. And this will be about helping people and holding them accountable for health and weight loss. So if you surveyed your customers, you could say, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how strong would your interest be if I were to start helping you be accountable when it comes to your health and your weight loss? 1 is not interested at all, 10 is very, very interested, and 5 is somewhat interested, so on and so forth. So by asking these questions, and then you can even allude to, hey, I've been working on a new step-by-step coaching process for people that want to lose weight. Is this something you might be interested in? Framing things like that. So then people are already thinking, oh, hey, he's going to, or she is going to come out with this new product, this new solution that they're going to release. And it's something I want to keep my eye out for because I am interested. So by surveying them and by kind of starting the conversation about this new offering that you're going to come out with, rather than, let's say, in 2 weeks from now when you come out and you say, hey, I just want to tell you that I'm now offering weight loss coaching and accountability for anyone that's interested. Go here to learn more and sign up. It's more powerful when you pre-sell things and you essentially give people something to look forward to. Very, very powerful in marketing to build up the anticipation for something and give people something to look forward to. That's why all the pre-release marketing that you see about any major industry, movies with movie trailers, cars with spy photos and car models that are shown at car shows a year in advance or more before the car even comes out, a released single off a new album that may come out in many months from now, so on and so forth. This builds the anticipation, which creates the desire, which increases the rate at which people buy. So you can do that in your business with surveying and asking people questions or telling them you're working on something and then kind of gauging their interest, but at the same time pre-selling them. So surveying is very, very powerful, and you definitely want to do it in your business.